The coma.
Is your back
Coma.
still messed up, Matt?
My back is technically still fine right now. It's been better.
Why do you
Some
say
little minor
technically?
aches because of the fact that like over a small hiccup where I just did one sneeze at home and then I just went, oh, okay, that didn't feel right. I stand up, oh, that didn't feel right either, and I just fell to the ground. And I was just like, oh God, this is hurts.
Yeah, but we got
And
you
it was
right
over
for
a
the
sneeze, but
competition.
right now, yeah, like 2 weeks to get it back all together was good. And then right now, it's 90%, 100%, I would say, like healed up. I still have some little like, like some spikes here and there on my right lower back here. Probably just need to roll it out. Probably get the Theragun, not the gun, to actually massage it. And it's still doing better. Foam rolling makes it better. Squatting feels better. I don't feel that sharp pain when I hit the hole. And so far, it's great right now.
Bro, that must
Bro
suck,
tries to
dude.
avoid depth at all costs.
No.
Yeah, I was
That
not
shit
gonna miss
hurts.
on depth. I was like, even if it hurts at comp, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. And Mike would always tell me like, how did it feel? I'm like, sharp pain. And he's like, okay, I'm bumping you up 7.5 keys, 10 keys. I'm like, what the heck, dude?
That is not how the conversation went. I'm just throwing it out there.
Bro's
No,
capping.
I'm capping. So terrible.
Ready? We hopping in?
Yeah, we
We've
we
been in.
started. We good to
We've been
go.
in.
Yeah,
How
you
do,
need to
how, how
stop,
do
bro.
you feel? How do you feel, Q? You're like what, 3 weeks out now from the Cayman Islands?
Yeah. Um, dude, I think every prep, when it comes to like 8 weeks out, like most of that stress kind of goes away, like mental stress. Cause like now it's just like pure excitement and just like pure readiness. Like I think it comes from a lot of things, like trusting the program, trusting what Andrew's written up for me, and trusting like what we've done like for the weeks prior. Like I think at the 8 week mark, I'm just like I start getting a little antsy about going, but like the training is where it needs to be. Like I know that I'm gonna be beat up. I've done so many comps at this point now that I'm like, oh, if I'm not beat up, I'm gonna be a little worried, you know. So like as long as I put in the hard work and I feel like my body has gotten hit by a train, like I trust the last 2 weeks of this prep because I know that on the day like I'll just be feeling like really good, and that's just coming from like a lot of trial and error. And the way that we taper and peak, it works really well for me and how I like respond to it. So there's like a lot of reassurance in the training aspect for sure. And then obviously with food and stuff, you just feel like that like with Gersh giving me like a meal plan and stuff, and me just like not knowing that I'm not gonna be drinking, I'm not gonna be smoking, I'm not gonna be doing like crazy stuff to like hurt myself like nutritionally and like hydrating correctly and stuff, like that's already taken care of. So like the variables are in check. I just need to hurry up and fucking wait for the day, you know?
Bro's
Makes
Yeah,
trying to
of
beat
sense.
course.
himself up right before the meet. He's like 2 weeks out. He's like, I don't feel like shit yet. I gotta do
Yeah,
some push-ups or something. Like,
I feel like with Q, it's more like if he you need the aches and pains to know that like, oh, I'm ready for this meet. Like it has to be like 2 weeks. You're like, my body's dying. I
Yeah,
feel it to know that the taper is gonna work.
yeah. Like
Is that what you really need?
I need to feel something, bro. This sport is like you need to feel something. I know Tyler could talk about that too, bro. Like this shit, like the pain, it's so necessary. Like, what do you think about that, bro? Like
Yeah.
the pain of the sport.
Ah, I
Yeah. What do you think?
mean, yeah, yeah. Like usually closer comp, I'll probably feel, bro, my lower back, hips, and knees. They're just a little. They're cooked. They're cooked.
Me too.
This last time around, I would definitely say like it was the best I felt energy wise with the fatigue,
Mm.
if that makes sense. Like I was just like, okay, my diet's on point. I'm sleeping good, water's there, like I'm controlling everything that is within my control. So yeah. Yeah.
So big.
it
It's
feels
really
good when
good.
you're hitting everything right. Like
Oh yeah,
you
for
feel like
sure.
you have an extra gear when you're in the gym. And I don't know about you guys, but like I'll have the same or similar output strength wise. Like I'll hit a set of whatever weight. Squat specifically, I'll hit, I don't know, like let's say I'm hitting a set of 8. it feels really different if I had my meals on point versus if I ate some bullshit the week before or the few days before. Like I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna die, bro.
No, it really hits.
Versus you finish and you're like, all right, cool. Give me like 3 minutes, I'll do another set.
Yeah,
That's an
No,
exaggeration, by the way.
definitely, I would agree on that. Like, I think it was like my peak week on deadlifts. I came in feeling like shit. I had a long day at work. It was hot. The AC compressor blew out at work, so I was sweating in long sleeve and pants. Going into deadlifts, I remember like telling y'all, and I'm like, I don't feel good. Like, this feels like shit. Everything's gonna feel like crap. And somehow I still hit my top single, what I needed to hit. And I'm like, what the hell? This is so off. This is so weird. And all I needed was just to make sure my food was good throughout the day leading into training, even though it just felt like crap the whole day, like physically. But food was on point and water was and liquid was on point. And then you can just do anything at that point and like you'll feel fine. As long as you execute your lifts to the T of what your warm-ups normally are, you you'll still hit a good RP 8 to 9 during peak week and you're great.
for sure.
And it's definitely more important to hit something within a range or within that RPE. Like, peak week is not the time to chase numbers, even though a lot of times they are there. And so I see too
No,
many
it's
people.
not.
I see too many people just try to go for that PR on peak week, and they fail a lift, and it negatively impacts their taper, and their coach has to scramble to do all this stuff to like change their taper program, and then that affects their weight selection, and everything kind of just snowballs into it. So definitely something. I was grateful for you, Matt, for the one time the whole prep that you went within the range I prescribed for you.
This guy was so worried about me like overshooting the range, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep it like within, dude. If my body feels like crap, I'm gonna do whatever the range tells me. If it feels like
Exactly.
a 7, I'm gonna cap it at 7.
But if it
Like
feels
even if
good,
the
you're
weight
gonna go
is
above the
not
range, is
what it
what you're
wants.
saying.
Yeah, by like what, like 0.125? Like
Bro
I'll
loves
chip
to
it.
chip the
Like, all
range. He
right,
loves
let's
to chip
chip.
the range.
Let's put the little chip on the weight. Let's make it there.
You guys love the
I
chip
think
at the gym,
there
bro.
was there's a funny story though. The funniest story is Andrew's reaction to my bench, and he literally thought I was just gonna cap it at 385, and then he looks at me and he goes, "What the fuck is this? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna add weight, dude. I'm still adding. Don't worry." And he really thought I was just gonna cap it at 385 on on bench, and I still went for 400 after.
That's
If I
right.
didn't go for 400, I feel like Andrew would have punched me or slapped me at that point.
I was so mad, bro.
Yeah, he was legit mad.
So Tyler, Matt is the overshooter of our group. Like he has
Mm.
overshooter written on the inside of his belt, literally. Like and the
Yeah.
one time I'm like
I
Gersh
didn't know
is
that.
telling him to push himself for peak week, like not max out, not do anything too crazy. Matt's like, no, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna chill. I'm like, you're at the finish line,
Yeah.
bro. Hit what you need to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, do
Try,
something.
So
bro.
Monday he had squats and then he sandbagged those. Wednesday, he's like, I'm gonna match. He matches his all-time bench PR, and it was really easy. And I thought he wasn't gonna go up after that because of the way he had set up his warm-ups, but it was actually his last warm-up. And then he took like a 7 key jump after that for an all-time. And I was like, okay, cool. But right
Yeah.
before that, I didn't know that was his plan. I was like, you just wanted him like Monday you matched your squat PR and it's too easy. Wednesday you're gonna do it again, or Tuesday you're gonna do it again. Bruh.
Yeah, he
Right.
was over it. He's like, stop doing this. Do
If there's
something.
one thing I could trust you to do, it's like push.
But
And
yeah,
then,
Hell
and
yeah.
when
Hell
we
yeah.
finally ask you push, you're like, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was like
really
the
Yeah.
feel like
SpongeBob meme.
it.
I don't feel like it. All right.
Andrew's
Anyways,
just poking him with the stick. Do something. Do
Do
something.
something.
yeah,
Come on, do something already.
that's like sometimes with every athlete, because a lot, like, we're coaches, especially you, Tyler. You coach a lot of athletes where sometimes you've had that like feedback from your athletes where you get videos and you're like, just push it a little bit, like go a little bit further, whatever the RPE is. Like, I'm
Man.
pretty sure you had those situations.
Oh, of course, of course. Dude, like, okay. Oh, okay. So this for Power Mania, um, one of my clients, he was he's very good about hitting what he needs to hit, but he likes to double check with me a lot, right? And I was like, look, I need you to be confident in your numbers because like that all of you guys know, like, bro, it's mental. Like, a lot of it is mental.
Yes.
If you go under the bar and you know you're not gonna, or you think you're not gonna hit it, the chances are you're not gonna hit it. Like, it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was like really getting him to do that. And I think the meat helped him out so much to where it was like, all you have to focus on is lifting the weight. I'm picking your number. Like, just chill. Don't
Yes.
worry about anything. And even like, I would have to be like, look, don't worry about your form. Like, he'll ask me like, oh, how'd that look? I'm like, I got you, bro. Like, just how do you feel? How do you feel? Put the number in, and then he's doing fine.
Hmm.
Was that his first comp?
That's exactly. Oh,
Yes.
good.
That was his
Yeah,
first comp.
first one. Yes,
Wow,
sir.
nice.
That's exactly what I like to see out of people like handling others during meets.
Yes.
Like, let the athlete just be in their own world and not have to worry about like basically anything except doing the lift on the platform. Like, I'll warm up when you tell me to warm up. I'll do this when you tell me, and they can just be completely like separated from like the tasks they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And like too many times, I saw you handling business. I saw our boys handling business. Most of the people were doing a good job, and I see somewhere I'm like, your athletes like not.
Not
I
ready.
saw as I was reffing, I was like, bro, your athlete's like nowhere to be found, and neither are you. Like, what's going on?
It's
And
like a
like
small gym.
early
Like,
on,
That's
yeah,
true. It's
like
very
where
small.
could you be? You know you're rough. I'm like, this is kind of crazy. And then
Well,
they'll
you
have
could
to like
technically get
run up.
lost.
shut
I
up,
don't know
man.
how that happens, bro.
But
I
Lost
don't
in
know
the
what
Mike,
you're
state
Mike,
talking
mind.
about.
yeah, Mike couldn't find me, and I was in the alley in the shade.
Okay, but that wasn't lost. You were like hiding. Like I went into that back room where
Like,
everybody was waiting in between attempts, and Mark and I are both like screaming. We're like, "Where's Matt? Where's Matt?" Mark literally calls him, and he doesn't answer. And then for whatever reason, we go outside into that alleyway, and the door is like this open compared to the wall, and he's just between the door and the wall. Like, how in a million years were we supposed to find you, bro?
Yeah, I even looked at you guys like, what's happening? Why you guys look all like scared? And you
Bro,
guys are like, we're finding you.
you said to us, you were like, I was just trying to stay out of the sun. I was like, then go inside.
Go inside. I was like, it's hot. It's hot inside. It's hot outside. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna chill in the shade.
no.
Matt,
I
that
think
does.
Andrew
I do
knows
have
that.
one. I do
Go
have a
ahead. Sorry.
question for you about that. You said you were hot, right? And you this was the first time you wore the long pant singlet. I don't really know what to call it. Did that help you like
Oh
stay
yeah,
cool? Like was it moisture wicking or like were you sweating in that thing?
I was actually staying cooled off in that the whole time. Like even though like you would think like with the leggings like it's a full one piece, like you would sweat. Like I didn't really necessarily sweat as much throughout the whole meet. It was just more so like because it was so stuffy inside, it was musty that I was like, all right, I need some fresh air. I'm gonna go outside. Even outside when I'm in the sun, like you would think because it's black, all the heat would absorb in. Like no, it didn't even do that either. So I felt really good the whole time wearing it. I didn't have to take it off or anything. Like
Matt, what was
I ran
tighter,
through
the
with it.
singlet or the jeans you wore yesterday?
Probably the jeans I wore yesterday. Those were way tighter. That thing, and those are supposed to be some straight jeans too. Like I don't understand. Like I gotta update the jeans at this point.
Bro
And I
got
keep
those
making the
jeans when he
excuse
was
my
an
clothes are just shrinking,
82.5.
but now it's just me gaining weight. That's true. I've had those jeans since I was 180 pounds. Oh God, that's
Bro put on
terrible.
30 pounds and said, I
That's
think my clothes
hilarious.
shrunk.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Bro's dryer is going crazy.
Yeah. No, but definitely, I was gonna say back to the singlet. That singlet is like I like that one a lot. Like especially for deadlifts. Deadlifts is like I don't need to put baby powder or anything on, and I still had to put my deadlift socks over the singlet since I asked Henry what's the
Mhm.
rule for it, especially how the rule is very vague. He just said to be on the safe side, just put the deadlift socks over it still and go on to your deadlifts. But performing on deadlifts with that on, it feels like you're just wearing tights the whole time, like as you're pulling. It feels great.
It
Gonna
doesn't.
put
Your
Johnson and
fingers
Johnson
don't
out of
catch on the
business.
material at all.
No, I don't feel it catching on the material. And because usually when I'm in shorts, I feel my hands get caught on my thighs, and I feel the bar get caught on my thighs. But this time it was different, where I didn't feel it like getting stuck on anything at all, and it just was smoothly just going up to lockout.
Yeah. I would be curious for like sumo pullers with like big thighs, like me and Ty. I
hmm
wonder if it would like be beneficial if we
I
wore that.
I
'Cause,
feel like it would
Big thigh
benefit the both
guys.
of you. It would.
yeah.
I feel like if you guys drop some money on that singlet, like I think it would benefit the both of you, especially for sumo pulling.
Okay,
If
gotcha.
you guys have trouble getting stuck in between, like the middle of your thigh or something,
Yeah.
it'll probably help.
Well, Q just got that clean new USA singlet, so he's
You're
kind of
stuck with that
locked
one.
into rocking that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool with
Tyler
that.
could test it out.
What is it?
But
It's like 110, $110.
Yeah,
the the
or probably with
the
tax
long leg
120.
one. I think so. I don't
Like,
remember what I paid for it because I bought it with a few other things, and then I just let Matt use it. And now I'm like, do I regret this? I don't know. Please watch it.
I watched it. What do you mean?
I just gotta
yeah,
I
it's
gotta make sure, bro.
$110.
Like, of course I watched. The next day, I just threw it in the washer, and I'm like, all right, it's gotta get clean.
I get it back, it's all chalky. I'm like, damn, this shit's been cooking.
Matt's like, that's not chalk.
Oh
Oh
God, no,
no.
no, terrible.
It's all storched. Like it has a good like pleat in the middle.
So bad.
Did you say it's scorched, bro?
No, no,
So
no.
bad.
You like starched
You
it, bro.
can have it, man. I don't want
At
that.
that point, Andrew's like, I don't want this no more. Here you go.
Nah,
You keep
I
it.
just have to burn it, bro. I don't even want you to keep it. Like,
No, bro.
no one should have that.
Life hack: how to get a free singlet.
It'd be so bad. Oh, stupid.
No, like Drew,
What
you're.
was I gonna say?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tyler, what any upcoming meets you got coming up?
Yeah, I'm doing Rising Tide in August.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
How
That's
you
Yeah,
in
I'm
feel about
gonna
that
Miami,
be
one?
right?
it feels no, I'm in the open session. I was kind of doing some looking. There's some good amount of people in the 120, so that'll be exciting.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay,
Um
okay.
and then yeah, I think yeah, I'm 6 weeks out. I feel pretty good. Um this would be like a 6 week block to finish everything off. Um I got sick like right before week 4 of my last
No.
block. Yeah. So I was just trying to like put the weight on the bar and just like if it goes up, it goes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well. But I think because I did at least expose myself to the weight leading into this block, I still maintained a lot of momentum. And I was still like eating good. Like I've been tracking all my food down to the gram, like all that. I was upping my zinc and vitamin C during the time, so my recovery was still good. And I like I want to say I was only sick for like 4 days. It wasn't like super long. Um, but it was enough to throw it off, dude. Oh my gosh. Um, but
Especially
yeah,
a week 4.
bro, man, like I was I hit my squat and it felt good, but if like as far as like my nervous system, I could tell I was already fried. Deadlift came, I like got 749 off the floor, and then once I got to my knees, I started twerking. That was terrible. And then I hit
Oh
like
man.
some like it was a little grindy. I felt like I could hit it, but it was just slow. I hit 48.5, so that felt good. This week 1 so far has been feeling good. Like what I hit 683. Was that 3? Man, I'm terrible with kilos. Sorry.
Me too.
What is that?
310?
You said
310?
683?
Yeah, 310, right? Yeah, 310. And then I had 573 on squat yesterday. I've been trying to like be better about my jumps and not like go too crazy because it's switching from the knee sleeves, the A7s to the SBDs was like a really big change for me. I
Yeah.
didn't realize like how
Yeah.
much I was relying on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully today's good. This is my primary bench. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, I
Bro.
see you.
All right,
Yeah,
I get it.
Your week 1s are like crazy, bro. Like
bro. I feel like
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know, man.
You're strong, bro. Like I think with the comp coming up, you're gonna fucking blow up, bro. Honestly,
Hmm.
because the way like your
Yeah,
training's been looking, like the videos, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker is he. No one can stop him, bro. Like,
Yeah, your momentum is crazy, bro.
yeah, like like when I first started like following your training, I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this motherfucker got so much more in the tank. And then now I see that you're pushing,
yeah,
and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know where his ceiling is, bro. Like
Man,
all three lifts,
I'm
bro.
just
Like you're very well rounded, and I'm like that. That's my guy
yeah.
right there, bro.
yeah. Like your bench and your deadlift throw me off sometimes. I'm like, oh, it looks like super easy, and then the next week I'm like, does this motherfucker just do like 20 more keys on each lift, 30 more keys? Like, what is he doing? Like, what is happening? Like, and you call this a week one and on to week two? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, this is crazy.
Nah, the nutrition, like being with Steven, this like, bro, it helped so much. Like I was under eating before, my stress was super high because of that. I wasn't even doing cardio. Like it was bad. Like I was not getting as many steps in as I should have been. Definitely wasn't drinking enough water. Like it was just like I was making do with what I was doing, but it just wasn't enough.
Right.
And then
Hmm.
like I think I started eating about like 100, like at least 100 more grams of carbs, and that was like dropping in weight. So that was hard in the beginning. And then now I feel like I'm at like a good body weight for training. Like I feel comfortable, not super bloated.
Right.
I'm the heaviest I've been while being the leanest. So it's like it's nice. It's nice.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah.
good. You think it threw you
Wait,
off more because of your day-to-day job and then training as well? Like trying to get your food in. Sometimes when you're at your work day, we tend to forget, like, because we're just so like locked into work, or no?
Yes and no. Well, I work at a nutrition store, so what's really cool about that is like a lot of the day I'm just chilling. Like I just sitting down, bro, you know? And
Okay.
then like that helps like my schoolwork, and then I can just
Mm-hmm.
kind of eat whenever I need to. So that definitely helps. When I'm at the gym though, training somebody, that yeah, it's a little hard. It's a little hard.
That's something
you're
I
like,
feel
cut that
like as
set.
a
I
nutrition
gotta
coach
finish my meal.
myself,
Bro,
That'd be
bro,
so bad. Like, hold up. Let me eat my food right now before I judge your lift. I'm like, what? Their
that's
What
only
were you
something
saying,
response
I
is
Mike?
like, yes, coach.
that's something
Go ahead,
as a
Mike.
nutrition coach myself, I see that a lot too, where people are generally under eating either calories or a specific macro, and their body is just so used to performing while under eating that they almost get used to it, and they're performing optimally for how little they're eating, and then they start like bumping up the calories, and they're like, holy shit, I feel like Goku right now. And I'm like, no, you're just fed.
Oh, I thought you said you're just fat. I'm like, what? I thought you
Nah,
said
Goku's
that. I
ripped,
was like, no,
bro.
no, you said fed.
Goku's definitely not natty, bro. He's ripped.
I mean, Tyler's more of a
Yeah,
Jiren, bro. So
he's not natty. He's a
yeah,
Saiyan. So, like,
yeah.
how
It's
long?
man.
it's it's crazy what nutrition does. It's like someone hopped on like gear or something. Like that, you'll see them start hitting PRs out of nowhere, and like Tyler, you just pick up crazy momentum. Because
Mhm.
yeah, as you're saying, Mike, like their body gets used to just under eating, and like these are all the resources we have to work with. So this is the output you're gonna get. And then they start eating more, and they don't gain weight, and they just get stronger. And it's pretty cool to see the nutrition change. It's like taking up coaching for the first time. Like you get new gains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely for Q. Like, when you went under Mike, you saw a difference, right? Once you started following it and you started feeling the difference in your energy levels before nutrition and now into nutrition.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like you guys said. You feel like you're. It's like a superpower, you know. It's like you're gearing up to like do like heavy lifting, and if you're not like properly hydrated or like full or like actually ready to lift, like you feel like shit. So it's like a night and day difference for sure. And
And I
especially
think
because
it's
like
one of
work.
those. Oh,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Q. Sorry.
No, especially because like I sweat a lot during work, and like I can't always like eat like the time I want to eat. Like when I'm properly like ready to lift, like it's just one less thing you have to worry about. And I think with a lifter, if you're worried about certain things, like, oh, I need to chug like 40 ounces of water right now, or like I need to down this Gatorade, or like I need to eat like some like 25 Rice Krispies before I lift. Like it's just stressing you out more, and I hate thinking about like the things I didn't do before I train. Like I always like to be in a good space, like mentally, so that I could just have a good session and just like do something that I love, you know? Like if you're worried about other things, it just throws you off. And depending on what week you are, like you need to be more locked in as you go like into your block, because like you need to expose yourself to certain weights. You need to make sure you're progressing. You need to make sure you're not like staying stagnant, and just like nutrition is super important to like just check off the box. You know, I'm more of like a check off the box. We're ready to go, and it just you're able to control things that you can, like Tyler said, and it gives you reassurance. Like I'm a big reassurance guy. Like I just want to lift and have fun, and I feel like if I do that during training, like into the meet, like I'll just be satisfied and happy like with whatever I do, because I know I did it like for 12 weeks, like leading up to the comp.
You're
Mm-hmm.
doing great, Q.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, Gershi.
Just
The
reassuring.
way he said, just straight up, you're doing great.
You're doing great, bro.
But that
Yeah.
is one thing that I feel like myself I always took for granted because I started before I was powerlifting, before I even started in the gym, I was super skinny and my goal was always to gain weight. And so I was always pumping the calories. Like I was always eating, I was always fed. And I just took for granted the correlation that that had to my performance in the gym. And so when I started like educating myself and taking nutrition clients and things like that, I was almost like a little, in a sense, like culture shock or like confused at first because I just figured that all these people were overeating and that's why they wanted to lose weight and all they had to do was eat less. And I was like, that is not the case at all. Like I calculated your maintenance calories and you're like 3, 4, 500 calories under that. Like how are you functioning? How are you even alive right now? How do you do your job during the day? How do you stay awake? Like it's so crazy the effect and the carryover that it has on all those things and people telling me, "Oh, my energy is so much better." Even like my memory is better because I'm giving my
Yes.
body the fuel from my brain to perform at the optimal function. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yes.
okay." I came from the other side, I guess, so I never realized the struggle that other people had until I started taking clients for myself.
Wow. That's fucking
This
crazy, bro.
this man Mike will not like it calculating my calories for sure. I already know that off the bat.
I would love to do
How
that
many
for you,
Especially
calories
man.
are in 12 Michelob Ultras, Matt?
Oh God, no. The
All his
low,
carbs are from beer.
yeah. I was like, what is this? The low carb, 95 calorie drink. Here you go.
Matt's intra
Did
workout
you
carbs
like?
is just a beer.
We went out to eat and you had like 6 or 7 glasses of lemonade as we were sitting there. We had to keep
Oh,
getting up
dude,
to use the
yeah.
restroom, using the inside of a booth too.
That was the worst one. What was it? That was crazy night. Like it was funny, Tyler. We were just sitting down, chilling, talking, and these guys are just watching me down all like every glass of lemonade, and they're like, "You're gonna get another one?" Waiter comes by, "I'll get another one, please." And it ended up being like 6 or 7. The seventh one came by, and I think one of our friends, Ron, looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Matt, you're gonna take it easy right after this, because you know how many lemonades you just drank, and then you guys all calculated it right." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a lot of sugar and calories for sure. I just drink right now."
That has to be like
How much?
200
What's the
grams of sugar,
calculation
bro.
again?
That's your weekly
It
intake.
was like 1,000 calories or something, 1,000 calories
Yeah,
plus in sugar.
just in one sitting of lemonade. I was like, "Oh God, that was a lot." I'm addicted to lemonade. I love lemonade. Like,
I was about to have a
damn.
dopamine crash.
Was it at least free refills?
Mike's first. It was all free refill. Oh my God, I would not get lemonade if they charged me each one. You know, one glass of lemonade was like $4.25. So if they told me no free refills, I would have been screwed.
I'll
Thirty
take a
dollars
I
in
look.
am
lemonade, bro.
bankrupt.
I would have been like, "How much you charging me for lemonade? Like, what is going on here?"
I am once again asking for financial support.
Bro has a
start getting
GoFundMe.
these weird. I put it as a tax write-off. Like this is how much lemonade I got throughout the whole year.
Nutrition consultation.
Yeah, under my Gersh. I just put that at the end. Under my Gersh, I was told to add this.
They audit me. I'm like, no, I never talked to this guy.
Yeah, it just pulls up the. I don't even know who this man is.
But
Oh
with
man.
that, Tyler, one question I had for you, kind of similar to what I was describing with like the unknown part of coaching when you first got into it. Was there anything, and if so, what, when you first got into coaching that was surprising for you or like you didn't expect and you were like, oh, this is actually how it's done and this is how I've been doing it this whole time?
Less is more. Less is more. And like my first client is Geo. It was Geo, and
Wow.
with him, it was like, okay, he's a bigger dude, stockier frame, shorter arms, so it's like I can have him push a little bit more on his compounds, and he'll reap benefit from that. And then the accessories, um, I'm giving him maybe like one or two. It's nothing crazy. Um, and like he just responded very well to that. And then that idea kind of came um completely together this prep because he works, I don't even know if I can say where he works. He has a government job. Um
Okay.
yeah, he has a
Okay,
government
some
job.
MIB
But
shit.
He's
Yeah,
yeah,
proud.
let me not. He has a government
don't
Good
job.
even
thing
say
I'll
it.
make you forget.
I will not.
So he's
Will
working a lot
Smith's
of
gonna come in.
hours.
Podcast just disconnects.
um he's working a lot of hours, and like recovery is like it is difficult with him when it comes to like his sleep, stuff like that. So it's like I don't want to overdo it as well, but still give him enough stimulus to where he could grow. So I think I have him. We were trying out like a 4-day split for a little while, and that kind of got a little it got to a point where it was a little hard, so I think we switched to 5 days, and then that seemed to work, and then I was able to spread things out a lot better for
For
him.
sure.
But yeah, like just the amount of time that I've been able to put into him and then learn from other clients, like this prep was like it was just a really good one for him. Really good one. But going back to what we were saying, yeah, like less is more, man. Like there's no reason for you to be hitting every single muscle group with this many sets and all this, the junk volume, right? So it's like
Mhm.
the more you break the body down, the more it has to come back up, you know.
For sure. And
And
I,
if your
I think
variables ain't in
personally,
check, bro. Yeah.
I think personally that was one thing that was tough for me because I had, like I said, I started skinny and bulked up. And so I always had like the bodybuilding mindset where if you weren't going to and past failure, then it
Hmm.
wasn't a good set. It wasn't a successful session if you didn't absolutely destroy your body. So I remember when I first signed on with Andrew, I would do an RPE 6 and I would do it as like an RPE like 3 because I was so afraid of overshooting because I knew the mindset was less is more. I just didn't know how to apply it correctly. And so Andrew would always text me or send me a voice note and just be like, dude, I know you deadlift like close to 500 pounds and you just told me that your RPE 6 is 365. Not a chance. And I was just like, oh, okay. I'll do more, I
There's no
guess.
shot.
But with that, and this is something I do want to get everybody's feedback on this, but I know we all work kind of different styles of jobs, right? Like I know personally I work from home, so I'm just sitting at my desk all day. Tyler, it sounds like you're on your feet for most of the day. How do you feel like that specifically affects your training and how your coach programs for you?
That's a good
And
question.
into the mind.
Into the mind of.
I would say for me personally, okay, so that's funny. I was doing plumbing for a little while too. So I was working at the nutrition store. I would have like a couple one-on-one clients, and then I would do like plumbing like overnight, right? very terrible time. Like, yeah. As
Yeah.
far as
I was
just
like,
like
damn, overnight.
recovery, yeah, like my recovery was terrible at that time. But when I was like training during that time, as long as I ate a little bit more, it was fine. But as far as like, because like with the plumbing, I am on my feet an excessive amount. That like squat and deadlift took a really big hit. If anything, I could only do one or the other. I couldn't have both of them at the same time in training. Like it'd be just very hard to do that. Um, when I stopped doing the plumbing, I did notice that um if I'm on my feet a little bit more, I might have to, depending on what I was doing, I might have to spend more time like working on like opening my hips that day.
Yes.
Maybe with some,
It's a bomb.
sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I was like T
Give me a
minus
second.
5 seconds. Diffuse.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear
you're
you.
good. You're
You
good.
good? You good?
I like how he said hero. I was like, what did he just say?
All
Yeah,
right.
we hear you.
So,
I heard you just
dude.
go hero.
All right.
What?
Oh, I would notice like, yeah, if I'm on my feet
Cut off.
before I warm up and stuff. So it's like, am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
now
good.
you are.
Yeah, yeah, we
Okay.
got you.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have to spend as much time like of the few minutes on the bike or like getting a little bit of blood flow going because I was on my feet. So it's like it doesn't impact my performance unless it's excessive, you know. Like I'm not gonna go play basketball before and then expect a good lift, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I've seen some crazy
For
stuff
sure,
before,
for
man.
sure.
I've seen
Totally
some
makes sense.
athletes expect that.
Yeah.
I don't know why
What
my
about you,
deadlift was
Q?
off. I
You're on
only
your feet a
played ball
lot.
for 3 hours today.
Yeah. No, Ty's right, bro. Like, depending on what kind of job you have, if you train after your job, like whatever your body needs for that day, it will change depending on how you warm up. You know what I mean? So, like, when I work at Costco, so it's an excessive amount of standing and walking. And just recently, I started working in their tire shop, so like I'm constantly like getting on my knees, like pause. So like getting, it's like I'm doing like cardio at work. Like everybody who works at Costco says like, oh my god, like they're paying me to work out because like your whole shift you're just constantly standing. Like I don't think anyone has like a sit down job over there, except like, if you work at like the maybe the hearing aid department or something like that. But everyone else is constantly on their feet. So if I train like after a shift, I spend more time opening up my hips. I spend more time stretching out my hamstrings. Um, so like yeah, depending on your job. Like when I started working with Andrew, I was a student at CSUN at the time, and I was sitting a lot. So I feel like training was probably like the best as far as like coming into a session like recovered and stuff. But like after college, I started picking up like two jobs. I was working a little bit as an electrician, working at Dick's Sporting Goods. So like fatigue was there from work, but I just structured like my training to kind of like aid that. You know, like I've always been on a 4 day split. It's always been like every other day, starting on a Monday, and that's been on like my same split for like almost like 4 years. I feel like, so that's worked for me, especially as like a bigger guy too. Like you can't, as a bigger guy, you need like as much recovery as you possibly can get. So like a 5 day split or like 6 days, like some people do, it just wouldn't be like it wouldn't be smart for a bigger lifter like me. And then like I think with the way that my training is structured too, like you said, like all of that like fluff work, like all the crazy accessories and like super high hypertrophy, like it's not super necessary for like a bigger guy because I get so much of that like development and like all that work is like in the big three. It depends on each person. It depends on your lifestyle, what you do during most of your day. Like I know with Gersh, like you have to like make it a thing to like go outside and walk. I know you're doing that. I don't know if you're still doing that, but getting out, getting some sun, like there's so many different variables that you have to account for, like in life to get your nutrition and your meals and stuff. But also for training, like you need to kind of like supplement some extra stuff to make sure that like you're in the right path. Like some people walk on the treadmill for like 15 minutes before, and it's maybe because they have like a very like sit down job where like they don't really get a lot of steps in, you know. So it's always something that you can work around when you get to the gym. But I have problems with my hips too, bro. Like squatting wide and deadlifting sumo. So I have to spend a lot of time on like opening up my hips, making sure my lower back is not tight, making sure my hamstrings are not tight, and just like being primed for like a big heavy like lift. Like you can't just go in cold, or you can't just go in with like no blood flow, or you also can't go in like too fatigued. Like you need to have a little break, try to get off your feet. So it's all depending on like what kind of job you have and like how you kind of spend your day before you get into the gym.
Definitely. And
Just
fun
don't blow your
fact,
back out.
Impossible.
good advice, Matt.
Impossible.
Good advice.
Thank
And
you.
fun fact,
Well,
I bought a pair of sneakers at the Dick's that Q worked at. And I was standing there waiting for an associate to come over so I could ask for my size, and I just hear Boston Mike, and I was like I didn't really know Q that well at the time, and I
I
came
did
to
not know.
find out how much of a golden retriever he is, and that was like a very
Yeah.
like pivotal moment in me being like, oh, I kind of like this guy. He's pretty cool. So.
Yeah. It would have been creepier if he said it on the teleprompter. You're like, well, who is saying my name right now? It's just cute, like Boston Mike
No.
across the floor at aisle 3.
Well, it was like around the time I
So
was
stupid.
still pretty new to California, and so
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is gonna know me in a place like Dick's Sporting Goods? Like, I don't think I've made like that much of a network out here, and so I was more
No.
Yeah,
like
no.
concerned, and then I see Q come around the corner, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker. But
That was his first
What?
thought. This motherfucker.
what
No,
about you, Matt? I know.
you're such
What's up?
like you're such. I'm sorry to cut you off, but just that specific story that you're talking about, I didn't know you too well, so I didn't know. Like I obviously knew you were there to shop, but all I knew was like, okay, I know this guy from the team, and he's from Boston, like Boston Mike. Like that's just kind of like that. I started rolling with that shit, and I knew
Yeah.
that you were like kind of new to California, so I did, and I know that California has like a pretty like weird like rap, like oh everyone's like so like posh, like they don't want to say what's up. So I'm like, bro, he's one of my boys, bro. Let me make sure he knows that like we good people, bro.
Oh
Yeah, you made me
gosh,
pay full price for
that's
the
funny.
Hokas though. What's good with that?
Oh my god.
I
No
don't know what
discount,
happened there,
nothing.
bro.
God.
I don't know what happened.
Oh god. Still messed up.
But
I
with that, I
apologize.
know
Sorry.
Man.
Matt, you're similar but different, right? So you're a mechanic. You're lifting engines all day. How do you feel like that affects you and your training?
Dude, I'm suffering all the time. Fucking A. Like my body takes a toll. Like I'm not shitting you. Sometimes it depends on the workload I have. If I have certain big jobs, I could be doing multiple types of work. I could be doing transmission changes. I could be doing suspension work, brakes, tires. It's just a multitude of things, and every day is always different for me. So, like, my level of fatigue going into training will vary all the time, each training session. Like, I'm not joking. It would be like, say, a deadlift session going into work that day. If it's very slow or I'm not doing as much, I'll have a very good deadlift like routine and warm up. But if it's a heavy day, like if I'm doing like a lot of work and then I go into deadlifts, I have to warm up a little bit more. I have to eat a little bit more throughout the day, especially when I go into 1RM, when I'm dealing with squats a lot. And this is all the time. I'm always having to like do my stretches normally. Sometimes I'll get on the bike or I'll get on the pendulum squat. Pendulum squat, I found that it helps a little bit more to open up my hips, and then even doing the hip abductor. I'll probably do like 2 sets of 15 on that before I jump into squats and get under the bar. But especially when it comes into bench, a lot of time because I'm very tight on my upper body, so I only need like a minimal amount of like 5 to 10 minute stretches, and then I just jump straight in, and I'm good. But squats and deadlifts for sure, I have to really open up my hips, make sure my lower back's okay, and just my feet, even with my feet, since I'm on my work boots all day for 8 hours straight,
Mm-hmm.
those things tend to get uncomfortable after a while. even if you put like some insoles in there. So I would get a massage ball, lacrosse ball, and I would really like dig into my feet a lot with that, like especially my heels and then the middle of my foot, just to really like lessen the tension before I deadlift and squat too.
Right.
But it really varies for me,
Yeah.
especially on physical labor job. It it tends to like throw you off sometimes here and there because when you jump into training and when I jump into training like that after a physical labor day, it's like I just know I gotta like adhere to the training I have, adhere to what the RP is asking me for throughout that day, and go into what I feel like is good.
Well, I feel like that's one of the things for me as your coach. I always have to take into account the variability of your work. Like, I know I make the joke of like, oh, he's just lifting engines all day, but you do shit like that. So, like, for me, it's good for me to know, and it's obviously like for you, very in the moment, right? Like, we can't really know what you're gonna do like the week before. You don't have that plan going in, and so it's good for me to know in the moment of like, oh, I had a really long day, like I didn't get to eat that much, and for me, I'm like, okay, let's lower the range a little bit. Or like if you had a really chill day and you had all your variables in check, I'm like, okay, we might be able to turn it up a notch. Like, let's kind of go for something here today.
Hmm.
So that coach client athlete communication is crucial, especially when there is such a high level of variability. Where I feel like I'll speak more for myself. I don't know if Andrew you feel like you fall into this, but I don't feel like I have really any variability at all because I just sit at my desk all day. And so Andrew, I know you're in the car a lot. How do you feel that affects you?
On autopilot, bro.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
Things
I
still
on
mean, I
sitting
get a
in the
autopilot.
nice
car.
nap
It's
on the way to the
still
gym. Yeah, I mean, I try and like spread out while I'm in the car, just so that I'm not as like cramped up as like someone would be if they were sitting upright. Yeah, Matt, like that.
Just kidding.
No, but
bro just got
um,
both feet on the
I
dashboard.
I'm just laying flat, bro.
Oh God.
I I have never seen it because I've been my commute's pretty long. It's like an hour plus each way. And because I'm so used to it, I've never seen it as an issue. And I've always went to the gym after a day at work. So I don't really know what it's like to like have a short commute, like 10 minutes, and then go straight into a squat session. I'm just used to sitting in that position. But I will notice that on certain days I will feel more like tight and need more stretching than others. Like especially something like my adductors. I'll just need to get enough appropriate stretching in. And I think it's just a matter of knowing and understanding your body through like what you're feeling in that moment and previous history as well. But what I do want to say, I thought it was interesting that the three of you guys, Tyler, Matt, Q, like you guys show that you can work something that's pretty laborious. Like you can be on your feet, you can do physical labor jobs and still be successful at lifting, which is cool because I hear a lot of people say, I can't be good because I'm so busy. I have so many like physical tasks. Like y'all are literally working on stuff overnight or you're on your feet till like midnight or you're literally like lifting a fucking engine. Um,
Yeah.
like it's cool because yes, it's harder, but you guys seem to be more meticulous about your approach to training, like both in the gym and around the gym. And it allows you to still be successful at what you want to do. It's just you have to be really cognizant that you don't have the full advantage of someone that is like sitting down all day and has all of their variables consistent day to day. But then I want to ask the question, have you guys ever had a period where you're not working? Like you're not working like a manual labor job for, I don't know, longer than a week or two? And like what happened with your lifting there? Because my expectation is that you had really great recovery and you probably strung together some really good sessions.
I would say definitely. Like I've taken like during December, like Christmas week, I was still lifting, but I took the whole week off from work. Definitely recovery was better. I wasn't as achy as much, and I could get my training in. Like I felt like I was like 20% better and stronger to do all my warm ups, leading to my top single or top sets for sure. just taking a week off from work. And it's a big difference for sure. Really is.
Didn't you fail a deadlift on Christmas
What
And
Day?
about you,
40
Q?
hours of extra recovery in a week is crazy.
Yeah, 40-hour workday. Hell no. What was it? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I never told Mike. I think like the taper week, that Wednesday I did a transmission job, and then Thursday I was like, I'm so fried. But I was like, I got to do a taper bench, and then I go into comp on Saturday. It
Trust
was
the
so bad.
taper. Trust the.
I'm
Hey, it
Mike
worked.
benching
Trust,
You
the
had a
air
good
right now.
old. You had a good old comp.
not during work. Taper did not help during work for sure.
I think for me, it was like I think during 20. It was actually during COVID, like the first go around during COVID. Was I was still in school, but it was all like remote, like online, hybrid, whatever. And I went from I think I weighed in. I remember weighing myself at zoo, like the first zoo. I weighed like 211, and then this was like February 2019 or 2020 or something like that. And then like a month later, like it was COVID. And then like 3 months into COVID, I weighed myself again at my house, and I was like 235 or 236. I was like, what
Jesus
Bro,
Christ.
the fuck?
what?
How?
I gained so much weight, and I got low key pretty fat. But this is
You
like,
already are.
oh, okay, great, Matt. Fuck you.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
No, but this is when like honestly, like 2019, 2020 is when I first felt like I really got really good at powerlifting because I had all this time on my hands, and my good friend who's like my lifelong friend, like we've been friends like since we're like 5 or 6. He lives like just down the street, and he had like this whole like powerlifting setup in his backyard. That like he got like a new row cage rack. He had a power bar. He had enough plates for like Andrew knows maybe like around 700 pounds, but using
I
like
never
all
knew, bro.
yeah
That looked like a dungeon gym at that
yeah
point.
it
Like it
was
was
sick, bro.
crazy.
I was in the bunker. Like this was like the probably the best era of training for me, and I got like super strong. I went from being like a high fives squatter to going into like the mid sixes, and then like COVID was obviously like about a year or so, and by like the end of COVID, like I was tapping into like the low sevens at that point. Like I think I hit 700 in the backyard gym on squat. I pulled like 675. I finally benched like four thirties, 440s. Like my growth was like super high because like I started eating more. I had more time to recover, and like training was just like my favorite thing to do, and my only thing to do for like a good year. And like that was like the real pivotal moment for me to be like, dude, if you don't start competing, like when all like these like mandates are like lifted, like if you don't get out into like this powerlifting space, like you're gonna beat yourself up for so long, because like you're really putting so much time and effort into it. Like you need to put it onto the platform and like see like how good you match up against other people. So that was like my little point of time where I was just chilling, training.
I was, I mean, I
how you,
remember
Tyler?
that. It looked like you were, what, one sec, one sec. It was funny because I remember you training at that gym, and it looked like you were in one of those gyms at like some third world country where they have like railroad like wheels as like the plates. And then it's so funny because you'd like back then you also wouldn't fill out your sheet, so I wouldn't know what the hell's going on. But you'd send videos. You were good about that. He'd send me a video and he'd be like, "Yo, Drew, check this out." And like I have no idea what the hell's on the bar. I'm like, is it good or bad? Like is this 600 pounds or 700 pounds? I just could not tell. All the 45s were different like diameters,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
just
yeah.
looks so confusing. But it always go out to the end and look ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
it was
it
amazing.
was so funny because I'm like, am I supposed to be hyped or worried right now? I'm not sure, bro. Give me some context.
Dead ass.
Oh,
That was
God.
a great time.
But you're saying, Tyler, go ahead.
Uh, I feel like for me, um, for the barbell brigade meet, that prep I was still plumbing. So
Oh,
that was like, man, that was really tough. I think I got sick 12 weeks out. I want to say 12, like maybe a little bit before that. I I had like an ear infection. I had like tonsillitis. It was bad.
Ooh.
Um, but that was because like my sleep was bad during the time. I was just getting exposed to a lot of like foreign stuff because the piping and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but then come around to like the nationals prep and even to now, since I'm not doing that anymore, because of school, like yeah, I would say like recovery is like the best it's been. Of course, it's harder to like get my steps in, but then like it's just I'll just go on a walk, something like that, if I need some more. Um, and then my nutrition, it's like I'm not having to eat more food to compensate for the lack of sleep, and then also my timing of meals, just as far as like, oh, okay, I can get like a good carb hit before my workout, focus on like my fats and proteins after. That just works a lot better for me now. So, mhm.
Definitely. All that extra time definitely compounds into the ability to do those other things. That's why I always joke around. I'm spoiled by being able to work from home. I'm 12 feet away from my kitchen, so if I'm hungry, then I'll just get my ass up and go make something. But
Or he's losing track of time playing Rivals,
no, dude, only at lunch.
Grinding on Rival.
I get
grinding on
paid to
Rivals.
play Rivals, just not in the way you think.
I can't blame you, honestly. That's sick.
I mean, that's my monitor, my Xbox right there.
His whole life could be
Represent.
like right there within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah. His manager's calling in like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" It's just like nothing. Let me finish this
Like I'm
match.
working right now. Fuck.
I'm on a call right now.
He's one
I
shot.
gotta catch you later, bro.
Yeah.
It's ranked.
That's all the manager hears in the background. One shot, one shot. Like what?
Right, I forgot
Like
to
you're making a
mute.
deal right now?
Groot can die. Groot can die. It's like what?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, Tyler.
What's up?
Do you play games?
I used to actually. COVID was like a really big time, like Modern Warfare, CS:GO, Valorant, League.
Woo!
Yeah.
That
But
was the time.
Nah, I feel you.
man, it's hard now. I with school, school work, training, like it's just hard to find the time to do it personally.
Getcha.
I'm thinking about getting a PS5 so I could just play like college football, stuff like that. I really love those games. And then they're just not the same on PC, you know?
No, for
No,
sure.
yeah.
Uh, you gotta get the controller or something for the PC games. Like I feel like some are just meant for controllers, and it just feels better. You mentioned you're going to school. What are you studying?
I'm a kinesiology major, exercise science.
And I think it was CSUN, right? I think I saw a post about CSUN.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay. My wife ended up studying kin at CSUN too. And
Okay.
Jay at our gym is also like he just graduated CSUN as a kin major. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a thing with CSUN and kin majors or something.
Oh, for sure. I went to the campus the other day and it's summer, so like it was pretty dead. Um, like the amount of space that's devoted to just the kin department is like it's crazy. Like it's a good size, and then my classes are like everywhere on campus. Like they use a lot of the campus for the kinesiology department, so it's
Sick.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
For
I
sure.
thought they
Yeah.
just had you running around to like random classes all over.
That'd be crazy. You're just going back and forth like, oh geez, this is where I get my steps in.
Yeah,
No,
there you go.
Honestly, it'll
You're
be
subbing it in.
super easy too. Like I think I
Dude, I
got
could
my
just
my steps for the day in like a couple hours.
for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, are you
I
gonna
wish I
start
could have
training
tracked
at
that.
that gym? The SRC?
Oh. I mean, okay.
Bruh.
So I'll probably start I'm gonna go to 1RM like a couple of days out of the week and do my
Nice.
compounds and then like go to class, finish my accessories over there and do something like that.
It's a sick gym, bro. like when I was going there, it was 2022, and they had like those regular like gym bars, like they were all just kind of like regular grade like lifting bars, but they had this
Yeah.
one rogue bar. I think it was like a Texas bar maybe, and I would literally hog that bar, bro. Like like
You knew what it
if I
was.
was
That's
doing
why. You're like,
like
none of these
it
people
was
know what it is.
no, seriously, I didn't have a lock. It's not my bar, so I can't lock it up or anything. But I would like if I had like a SPD, I would literally finish the lift, unrack the weights, and then take the bar with me to like the bench and go bench. And then I would go take the bar with me to like a little open area and go deadlift. Dude, but I made so many gains in that gym, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually when I first started with Andrew.
Oh,
Um
okay.
I think my junior or my senior year in college.
Man's just
And that's how you
lifting the
met Tim
world.
too.
Q's just lifting the world at that gym. Everybody just staring at him like, who the hell is this guy? He goes to school here? He's like, they're like,
Yeah,
he goes to
that
school here?
that was the one Tim worked at, right?
That
Or like
was
it,
that
I'm
was.
pretty,
I think that's how they
that'd be
met.
funny. Enters the gym, sees the rogue bar. Q was probably like, enters the gym, sees the bar, goes, grabs the bar, and like, give me the motherfucking bar.
Yeah, that's
They're
where I
using
met
it
Tim,
wrong.
bro. Tim actually came up to me because he was working there, and then I just saw because he was working in the gym, so he had like the red Sea Sun shirt on, and the rule in the gym is you can't take your gym bag with you, but like we're fucking powerlifters, bro. Like I need to have my inventory with me at all times. So I was like fuck the rules. I'm gonna bring my gym bag with me. I'm just gonna hide it like behind a machine or something. And then like I'm like squatting and I'm looking in the mirror and I see like this guy, like this tall, handsome Filipino guy, just like just like staring at me, bro. And I'm like, there ain't no way he about to tell me something. So he comes up to me and the first thing he said, he's like, dude, that's fucking impressive, bro. And I was like, hell yeah. So we start talking about powerlifting and shit. He's like, yeah, I've been to Barbell Brigade, like I'm trying to get into it. Like can you give me some tips and shit like that? And then like we had like a cool little 5 to 10 minute conversation, and then at the end of the conversation, Tim is like, "I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to put your gym bag away, though." I was like,
Damn, he
"Bro,
really buttered you up.
After, that's so bad. After 10 minutes, but really though, the bag, get it out.
yeah." But he also
Da-
said like, "I totally get
Damn.
it. Like you have all your stuff in there, but he was like, he was basically like, I just work here, bro. Like I had to tell you that." Like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, Tim, and that's how I got his Instagram, I got his number, and then I think we connected with Drew like shortly after that.
Rizzed them up.
Yeah, bro.
hmm
That shit was so
Dude, you were
funny.
That
MC
was
at
the
the meet.
start, bro.
The funniest is when you were MC at the meet and he did his deadlift and you're like, give it up for the handsome boy. Like,
Yeah, he was
and
so
then
confused.
Tim just
He was
looks at
like,
Tim literally got his finger and he just like to Q like like he's like, don't do that.
No, yeah, Tim. Yeah,
Oh,
Tim's
so
great.
bad. Yeah, he's the greatest.
So funny, bro.
Oh man.
I see that Q's actually running low
You
on
see that?
storage. I do.
You're
I
running low on
spoke.
storage.
Yeah. Well, it saves to his phone, so it can upload the real high quality version, other than like what we see here.
Oh, I see.
So we should we should wrap it up. Mike, you got anything? Any last minute stuff for us to close out with?
yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just want to thank our guests, Tyler and Q. I think a good place for us to leave off would be obviously shout out like your socials and stuff like that, but I always like to ask like what is one thing that you would want the viewers to know about you that they may not see on like Instagram or wherever you're posting? Let's start with you, Tyler.
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. Damn, put me on the spot. Um,
The clock is ticking too. Q's storage is gonna go out at any second.
okay,
Yeah.
all
Damn
right.
it. Damn it, Mike.
So I'd probably say like I don't know. I'm I'm just kind of I'm just kind of here doing powerlifting. Like it's fun. It's not really like the end goal. I would really love to have like my own practice, be like a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. If I can, gain a platform or something from powerlifting and like use that to further Um, further that, I mean, that's great, but I don't know. Just kind of here for the ride. Whatever comes, God willing.
Yes, sir.
I
Shout
I
out your
feel like it's
socials
dope
too.
that you already have a
Sorry.
passion. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go
Huh? Oh, my social? Tyler
ahead.
V Wallace. Okay, Tyler V Wallace. We'll put that right there, right?
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
or plug
it'll
it.
add in the
Yeah,
audio. We'll
we'll plug
tag
it
you
right
too.
here.
Yes, sir. But it's cool that you have a passion on the fitness side of things. Like this is a good transition, a good platform for you to like work with athletes and then eventually be able to work with people outside of that realm too, because you've just had an experience as a high level power lifter. But I will say though, bro, I'm kind of scared for whoever's back you're gonna crack. I feel like you're gonna snap them in half.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Matt and
Uh, the moment he like
One
stab, he does. The moment he like cracks my neck, I'm like, ah, shit.
you go in, you're in pain, and then you see Tyler like, oh God, I'm gonna die today, bro.
Bro just
Like
scares the
this is
pain
it for me.
away. I'm
This
like,
is where
suddenly I'm not in pain anymore.
Everything feels so good. Thanks, Doc. I'll catch you later.
yeah, can we
it's like
reschedule? Actually, I feel great.
it's. I walk in. I see Tyler. It's like it was at this moment I knew I fucked up, and this is how I got paralyzed.
I don't know,
It's just
real quick. I don't know if you guys seen that skit. TP baby on TikTok. You remember him like during COVID time, Filipino guy, like he'd always do the skits with the little the one voice filter where it's all shaky and stuff.
I think I remember.
I
Yeah.
Hey,
think
I
I
think I know who you're
know.
talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, he
yeah.
has
I
this
think I
one where
know.
it's like one last adjustment and he adjusts him and then he's just sitting there like, how do you feel? And then it's just silence. And he's just like,
It's just
and then like
silence.
the yeah. And then the assistant comes back and he's like, oh, I think he's dead.
No, so bad. Q,
Damn.
anything you want to say
Uh,
before your
I think.
storage dies?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I don't want my phone to glitch out before I can say it, but kind of like what Tyler said, dude. I'm here for the ride. I enjoy the space of powerlifting. Like it's given me a lot thus far, and I'm really like blessed and just appreciative to be like surrounded around people like you guys, all coaches, all just like firing on all cylinders, like competitive athletes, coaches, working jobs, like just honestly just good like well-rounded people. I feel like this sport has kind of put me in that space, and it inspires me to be more well-rounded and stuff. So I'm just still chipping away, dude. Like every comp that comes up, it seems to get better and better, and like the demand to perform is higher and higher. And just knowing, if people don't know me, like I love rising to the occasion, especially when it comes to like sports and stuff, because like I've been so gifted and blessed to be healthy and
We
like
lost him, boys.
perform at a high level.
And there
No,
goes the
it
So,
happened.
storage.
but yeah,
It's like a COD lobby.
it
Like
glitch.
kick the player
Oh,
out. Like just boom,
he's
done.
back. He's back.
Host migration.
Yeah. Host migration. Damn, that's terrible. He
He kicked
just
him
got
off again.
kicked. The host migration happened. He gets kicked. That's so
We'll
bad.
give him like a minute to try and get back. If not, like I think I got the
Yeah,
sentiment.
I did. I think I got it too. He probably just
Grateful
got cut
guy.
off. He probably said, "How much you want to bet?" He probably just said, "Shit, like, damn it, I got cut off."
He's probably still talking, doesn't even realize it.
Oh
You
my
got a
gosh, that would
chat
be
message.
horrible.
Yeah, that was me from a while ago.
Oh, I thought
See,
that
I'm
was Q. Never mind.
bad at that. No, we're good. Okay, we'll close it off. Oh, go ahead, Mike. You close it out. You close it out. You lead.
Yeah, well, obviously Q's not here to hear this, but I mean, I think a great place to start the end is thanking you guys. We're very appreciative of your time, your feedback, and your insight, and answering all of our questions to the best of your ability. And the things that you're doing for the sport. To your point, the platform that comes with it, you can either use that in a good or bad way. And for both of you, we really appreciate the content you put out, and everything you've done for the sport to further it, to get more people interested and excited about it, and to continue to grow the sport. Because at the end of the day, as a coach, as creating content, as doing podcasts and things like that. I think that's our main goal, is to put information out there, education out there, and continue to grow the sport in a good way, to where it can gradually, continually grow and continue to get better. Um, and so to close it out, we just want to say thank you to you, Tyler and Quentin, who's not here anymore, but and then to the
You
viewers
got
as
kicked.
well, who engage with all of our posts, like, comment, share, save, and all of the people who come up to us at the competitions and say that they see our posts and that it's helpful, because that's honestly super motivating for us. Because I never in a million years would consider myself an influencer or anything like that. But to have someone come up to me in person and say, I saw your post about XYZ, like, I don't know what to say in the moment, because I'm like overwhelmed with gratefulness. So we really appreciate everybody who tunes in, whether they engage with the posts or not. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Chosen Podcast, and we'll definitely see you in the next one.
Sweet. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all.